All right, number 7, Daniel.
The early trade walk is the best time to obtain the paperwork from the customer's last purchase.
What would the paperwork from the customer's last purchase tell you?
A lot of budget related things.
Well, you've asked all those questions about the service contract. If you have the paperwork, you might be able to see what not to actually have the service contract.
History, yeah.
The answer to that question is everything. It gives you a snapshot of how they bought their last vehicle. Okay? It tells you if they financed it or not. If they financed it, where they financed it, how long they financed it for, what F&I benefits they purchased. I promise you, your management team would love to see. And I'm sure if you've got a repeat customer, you've already got that information here, on the computer. But if they didn't buy it here, that paperwork could give you some tremendous clues on how to structure the deal. Okay? Now, ask me for the paperwork for my previous purchase.
Hey, can I have the paperwork for your previous purchase, please?
Why do you want that? Might that be a customer response?
Yeah.
Why do you want that?
So I can get your VIN number.
Yeah, right. All right, let's turn it around. I'll ask you, you respond like I did, okay?
Okay.
Daniel, do you have the paperwork for your previous purchase in your glove compartment?
Maybe.
Okay, look, I do this for all of my customers. I'd like to see it for 2 reasons. Both reasons are good for you. Number 1, I want to see if you've got any coverages in place right now that could possibly increase the value of your trade. And number 2, I want to see if you've got coverages in place that, based on the laws in the state of Tennessee, you might do a refund. Now, are you going to give me the paperwork?
I guess so. Why not?
Well, the customer would be a fool not to.
Yeah.
In fact, in the 10,000 times it's been asked, no customer's ever refused. Only time they refuse is if they don't have it. All right, number 8, Luis.
Number 8, the early trade walk is the best time to help the customer see the wisdom of allowing your store to purchase their vehicle.
If memory serves me correct, if I trade a vehicle in to you, I'm going to get a tax credit, correct?
Correct.
What's the interest rate? Or the tax rate here?
It comes out to, after everything, with counting and everything, right around 9-10%. I always use 10% because it's a good average.
Yeah. So if I've got a $31,000 trade-in, I'm going to get a $3,100 tax credit.
So I'm technically giving you $34,000 for your trade, sir.
So in order for me to break even, if I sold it privately, I'd have to get another $3,100 over the $31,000. Look, I'm a car salesman. I've been a car salesman for 45 years. When I change vehicles, do I trade my vehicle in or do I sell it privately?
Well, if you explain it properly, like I said, you could paint that.
No. I'm talking about me. Do I trade my vehicles in or do I sell them privately?
Trade them.
I wouldn't sell a vehicle privately unless I had some specialty vehicle. Mm-hmm. All right. 2 years ago, a friend of mine died, and his widow asked me to sell his truck. Yes.
I never mind. I'll ask you in a second.
Well,
I
go
think
ahead.
I know where you're heading towards on this one, because I recall seeing a video that you did one time, the amount that you spend in marketing to try to get that vehicle.
Well, I told the widow that I'd do it. In the first week, 4 people tried to scam me. The first 3 scams, I recognized they were PayPal scams. I knew about them. The last one, a guy from Savannah calls and says, "Hey, I love the truck. Okay, I'll give you what you're asking for it. Tell me who to write the check out to and give me your home address." I said, "Okay, hold on." So I called a used car friend of mine, a used car manager friend. I said, "Hey, this guy wants to," he goes, "You dumbass." He goes, "I looked at your ad. You got the VIN number in there. That guy's already made a key for it, okay? Because it was an older vehicle." He said, "He ain't going to send you no check, but he will show up at your house, okay, to steal the vehicle." I'd never even thought about that. Anyone that tries to sell a car themselves, and again, unless it's a specialty vehicle, is out of their ever-living minds. Unless you live in California, Virginia, or Massachusetts, because in those states there is no tax credit. So it might be worth someone's time. But selling a car privately very seldom makes the customer any money. And it's a huge pain in the ass and quite frankly quite dangerous. I mean, in Atlanta every year someone dies trying to sell the car themselves or gets robbed. Multiple, say again?
I'm from Baltimore.
It would be just as bad in Baltimore.
It's really bad there.
Yeah, yeah.